Last Sunday, we talked about Nehemiah was broken over the Jewish people, but also over the city of Jerusalem. And out of that brokenness, God did a work in his life to start rebuilding the city, but also helping the people. In the sermon introduction last week, I talked about a guy that the Lord broke me over, and his name was Adam. And as you remember from the story, I met with Adam on a Tuesday afternoon. We ended up on our knees on the floor, and he turned from his sin and gave his life to Christ. Well, last Sunday, I had the joy of Adam driving from Tallahassee, Florida to Clarksville, Tennessee, and to see him take a step of obedience, which is believer's baptism. So I want you to watch this testimony from Adam because he's obeying Christ as he was baptized as a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. God has taken something that's broken and shattered, and he's beginning the journey of rebuilding Adam's life. So watch this and worship the Lord with us as he obeys Jesus. As we had that conversation on Monday, again, you very well remember, I said, Adam, I'd love to meet with you.
Yes, sir.
And we talked about some options. I said, Adam, I can come to your house. We can meet at a coffee shop, or we can come to the church office, my study. And you agreed to come to the church office, to my study, the next day on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. What was it like for you Monday afternoon, Monday night, Tuesday morning, leading up to 2 o'clock? What was going on in your mind to think, I'm going to go meet a guy, call me yesterday, I've never met before, don't know, I'm going to walk into his office at 2 o'clock. What was going on in your mind about that?
For a stranger, I didn't grow up in a family that, went to church quite at all, hardly, and I really didn't know what to expect. I had no clue what to expect, and I was very surprised and very honored, and it changed my life.
Yeah, when you came in that Tuesday afternoon, you were on time, just like I thought you would be. And as
that
you
was
remember,
a surprise.
as you remember, I sat down in this chair and you sit down in front of me. And Adam, I could tell when you walk in, you were broken and shattered. There was no question about that.
No question.
And as we sat there and had some small talk, and then we talked about the gospel and about the love of Christ and our sin and his death, burial, and resurrection. And then, Adam, I know you were open to that. And the next thing that you and I were on our knees together on the floor, and you cried out to Jesus to save you. What was that like for you that Tuesday afternoon?
It was amazing. I mean, it really did change my life. That next day, I'm doing all I can to read as much as I can about it, and join the Sunday school class, and just accepted help and the fellowship, and it was great.
As we talked about that Tuesday afternoon, that's just the beginning when
Yes,
you
sir.
give your life to Christ, and he starts rebuilding your life from there. And as you started reading the Word and praying, and then you started coming on Wednesday nights to church and Bible study, and coming on Sundays, and then COVID hit, but you stayed connected to a Sunday school class, even by Zoom, and now you're back into that class in person again. But as you look at how the Lord started rebuilding your life, what did it mean for you when you came to Christ in the fellowship of your kids and in the fellowship of your relationship with your wife? What happened? How did they see you different from that Tuesday afternoon moving forward?
I'm not sure how they saw me any differently, but the way I felt about myself, and it just overtook me. I mean, I really, it was something, a void in my life I didn't even know I was missing.
And you told me in one of our meetings that your relationship with your kids improved exponentially.
Oh, yeah, exponentially.
How did that happen? I mean, what did you start doing with them?
I don't even know what I did. I wasn't trying to do anything differently.
Right.
It just, my life started, getting better, even, through the circumstances that I'm dealing with are not easy. Just my whole outlook changed. I just happier. Things tasted better. Just life seemed much better.
And so you wanted to spend time with your kids.
Oh, absolutely.
You wanted to have quality time with them. Went to the golf course, did other things like that with your kids, just to spend time with them. What about your relationship with Lauren, your wife?
It grew. She was always there right by my side, and I'll never forget that. I mean, she's been there through a lot of tough times. Stood there by my side. And
one of the things I remember is in our journey together. As you remember that afternoon that we sat in the church lobby at this point.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sitting in the chair, and you and Lauren are sitting on a couch together. And I asked her about you to say, Lauren, from that Tuesday afternoon to where we are now, what difference have you seen Jesus make in your husband's life? And I'll never forget what she said that afternoon. She said, he's not the same man. He's a different husband. He's a different father. He's not the same man. And I said, that's how the rebuilding process works. Shattered, broken, 1,000 pieces. But then the Lord starts rebuilding. And he changed your life on that Tuesday and continues to change your life.
Right, and it wasn't an instant thing. It's
That's
something that kind of just builds and
That's
builds
right.
and builds. And I'm looking forward to that keep growing.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot as well about accountability in your life. And we've been able to stay accountable, connecting you with another pastor back in Tallahassee again, be able to do that. We play golf with some other brothers that you've got connected with and staying connected with. But just accountability in your life moving forward, that's vital for you, right?
Yes, sir.
You need
Yes,
other
sir.
guys in your life.
Yes, sir.
And I just encourage all of us, make sure you don't live. That's why the church matters. That's why fellowship with other believers is so important. Don't live the Christian life on your own. Be with other people so that they can keep you accountable and help you be faithful to Christ and in life. I mean, you drove all the way from Tallahassee to Clarksville, Tennessee to be obedient to Christ in believers' baptism. But why did you want to make that journey so many miles to be here on this Sunday?
I just felt a great connection with Christ and with you, and through the circumstances, this opportunity opened up, and I'm very thankful. And I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you allowing me to come here and be here.
One of the things Adam and I have talked about is baby steps. Jesus changed your life, and then you start obeying him in the word and prayer with your family, in connection with the church, but also baptism is one of those steps of obedience, and you're taking a major step today to be obedient to Christ in baptism and to follow his leadership. Not to be saved. You came to Christ that Tuesday afternoon,
Yes, sir.
but this is just obedience to Christ as you move forward.
Yes, sir.
Adam, we're proud of you.
Thank you.
We're
Thank you.
praying for
Appreciate
you.
it.
Praying for Lauren, praying for your kids.
I feel it. I do. I
And
really
thank
do.
you for facing reality with courage. And because doing what you're doing today is not easy. But we're praying God will continue to grow you and rebuild your life, your marriage, your relationship with your kids, and he'll use your story for his glory and for your good. Thank you for sharing with us on this Sunday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love you, brother.
Appreciate it. Love you too.